because all the traps are pretty much upward rotated. So when you palpate, this is one of those muscles you can palpate the whole thing. Starts here. So all the way out to here. Okay? Its job is to do scapular elevation. So that's biggie, and upward rotation. So you're going to tell your patient, I want you to shrug your shoulders. Most muscles you're going to test unilaterally. The upper traps is an exception. You can test it bilaterally because it just works well. It's easier to do this than it is to do this. So this is one of the exceptions that you can test bilaterally and you're fine. So from a comp perspective, the upper trap is a good example to use. So comp 1, say I got the accruement process and I had to palpate that and talk all about what I knew about the accruement process. Comp 1, done. Comp 2 says upper traps. So I'm going to say, okay, the upper traps originate at the occiput and the nuchal line and the upper cervical spine, and they insert onto the clavicle and the accrument process. And it goes this way. And its job is to do scapular elevation and upward rotation, and it is innervated by the spinal accessory or cranial nerve 11, also C3, C4. Bam, got that part done. That technically is 2. Now, if I go, okay, so what's scapular elevation? Then you would go, oh, I would just have a patient do this. I want you to shrug your shoulders. Good, go back down. Okay. Comp 3 might say, show me upward rotation of the scapula. Okay, well, what I want you to do is I want you to put your arm down your side and raise it up over your head. That is scapular elevation, or scapular upward rotation, sorry. Because the scapula is rotating up as he's elevating his arm. Okay? Comp 3. Comp 4 says, concentrically and eccentrically, show me concentric and eccentric contraction of the upper traps. Okay? So, concentric contraction would be what?
Shrug your shoulders.
Shrug shoulders. Good. Now, how do I do that eccentric?
Bring them down.
Bring them down.
Okay, verbiage here is super important because if I just tell him to bring him down, he just relaxes and he uses scapular depressors. That doesn't work. What you gotta do is add some resistance and have him basically fight you with that resistance. So what I'm gonna have him do is I'm gonna have you shrug your shoulders, and when you get to the top, I'm gonna push you down. I want you to let me push you down a little bit, but kind of fight me along the way. Okay? Ready? Go. Okay? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about the verbiage. If you tell him to put his shoulders down, that's not right because that's not what he's not going to use eccentric upper traps. He's going to use the scapular elevators or scapular depressor. Okay? So it's about your manual resistance and how you cue your patient. And so you're going to use some type of verbiage of, okay, I want you to keep contracting that muscle or keep pushing up, but I'm going to push you down. Now I know his upper traps are really strong. If I said, I want you to keep pushing up as I push down, he's going to win. I mean, unless I'm yes, he's going to win, right? So I got to tell him he's got to give me a little bit. So in this case, I'm going to say, okay, shrug up. That's my concentric. I don't even need to add resistance. Just doing it is concentric. Mm-hmm. And then I say, okay, now I'm going to push down, and you're going to let go a little bit, but still try to push up while I'm pushing down. Okay? Eccentric. Make sense? So he's still contracting his upper traps, but it's in a lengthened position.
So do you do that with all the muscles? Keep it contracted and then I apply pressure?
Absolutely. So each muscle that we do, comp 4 is the concentric, eccentric. It might be of the same muscle that you have for comp 2, might be of a different muscle. So you need to know how to concentrically and eccentrically contract every muscle that we talk about. Okay? Feeling okay with that?
So when you're palpating the muscle, you're going from exertion to you're running along the whole.
If you can palpate the whole muscle, you would absolutely palpate the whole muscle. All the scapular muscles are very easily palpated, pretty much the whole thing. Pec minor is probably the minor example because the middle one is really hard to palpate, but you can get the origin and the insertion pretty well. And if you're really good and you really don't like your patient, you can touch your fingers and palpate the whole thing. But it's really uncomfortable. I would not recommend it. So yeah, as we go muscle by muscle, there'll be certain muscles. If you can palpate the whole muscle, I expect you to. If you can only get to certain parts of it because it dives under something or or it's just not exposed. Like the subscapularis. Did you guys do subscapularis?
Mm-hmm.
You can only get the one edge of the subscapularis. It's laying on that anterior surface of the scapula. I cannot put my hand on the whole subscapularis. I just can't do it. I'm just going to get that little edge right on, and that's all you would be expected to do. Same with serratus. I'm not going to palpate the entire serratus. I'm just going to get its insertion onto the ribs. Okay? But traps, absolutely. Traps, rhomboids, lats, all these back scapular muscles, very easy to palpate the whole thing.
Same with your down here.
Yeah, leg muscles are pretty easy too. Okay? So yeah, if you can palpate the whole thing, I expect you to do it. Don't just go, it's here. Doesn't tell me anything. You just route off the origin insertion because you memorized it, but that still doesn't tell me anything. I want you to show me that you know where that origin insertion is and that you just didn't memorize it. Okay? As far as the spinal levels go, I said this to somebody earlier, so I cut you guys a little bit of a break. So most spinal levels have 2 or 3 levels, like C5, C6, C3, C4, C5, all of those. So if it has 2 or more and you give me 1 or 2, and you're right, I'm okay with that. So if it's 5, 6, and you go, it's C5, I'm okay with that. But if it's 5, 6, and you say 4, what's wrong? Okay, so you can err on the side of caution, except for something like the pecs. The pecs are all of them. If you go, it's C7, I'm going to be like, yeah, no. Because it's all of them, and it's blatantly obvious that it's all of them. So if it's something real particular like that, you got to know that. But if it's, like a range, like it's 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7, give me at least one of those. Okay? Questions? Middle chop and lower chop, I'm going to have him lay on his stomach. Yeah, that's so weird. Okay. Middle chop origin is and insertion is spinal scapula. And its job is scapular retraction and upward rotation. Sound about right? Also innervated by the spinal accessory nerve, cranial nerve 11, C3, C4. Now, the key with palpating the middle chops is don't go too deep, because the middle chops run right on top of the rhomboids, and they run in different directions. So if I'm palpating middle chop, I need to be C7, pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, pretty much right there. Spinal scapula, right there. There you go. So I'm right here. So I got my upper here, my middle right here. Okay? Everybody good? And then lower is going to be T4 to T12, or I think your card says middle to lower thoracic vertebrae to the base of the scapular spine. So it lowers this part. Okay? So if I'm palpating middle, I'm going to palpate right here. If I'm palpating lower, I'm going to palpate right here. Are we okay with that? Okay. As far as, and lower is also spinal accessory, cranial nerve 11, C3, C4. So all the chops are pretty much the same. Action in the middle is scapular retraction and upward rotation. What's the action in the lower? Scapular depression and upward rotation. They're all upward rotators as a group. The trapezius is upward rotation. But the lower trapezius by itself is a scapular depressor. It's kind of opposite the upper one. They kind of cancel each other out and they create the rotation piece. Okay? So action-wise, for the middle chop, I'm going to have your arm outside like this. And what I want you to do is I want you to take your elbow up to the ceiling, but when you do that, pinch your shoulder blade together. There you go. Okay? That's constant, right? How would I do these things?
Are you going to have to manipulate it or do it yourself?
You're going to have that down. So let it down while you
Where do I resist?
On the underside.
Okay. Generically, you will see people resist at the arm. However, the posterior deltoid plays a role if I resisted the arm. Because the middle traps is a scapular muscle, not an arm muscle. So if I resisted the arm, my posterior deltoid is going to have something to say about that. So if I want to do this correctly, I need to resist at the scapula. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift your elbow and pinch your shoulder blades together. Good. Now I want you to try to hold that as I push it down. Okay. So I still kind of guided his arm down. I wasn't pushing with his hand. I was just kind of guiding it. My resistance was here, and I can win on this one. No offense. But some people might be really strong. If not, then you gotta have to give them that additional cue. Okay, let it go a little bit, but still try to keep pinching as I'm pushing you down. Okay. That's middle, concentric, eccentric. Okay, you're just resisting the retraction piece. Lowers, you can do it a couple different ways. Probably the most obvious way, good to go back to your lab paper because I don't remember exactly what I put on the lab paper. 145? Okay. I was going to say 130 and I was like, I don't know what angle I put on there. So, okay, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you, so you just basically have the Superman position, have them lift their arm and act like you're putting your shoulder blade into your back pocket. Because if you guys have them lift their arm, they can do that without actually using their lower trap. So you gotta give that additional cue of I want you to lift your arm and pull your shoulder blade down into your back pocket. Okay. This one again, you have to resist at the scapula because if I resist at the arm, that's some lats, that's some teres major, some other stuff going on there that could totally do that motion. So I'm gonna resist at the scapula. Same deal. I have you lift your arm. Now, as you hold it up there, I'm going to push back down, try to resist. Even though it inserts on the base of the spine, I like kind of hooking my hand on the inferior angle and elevating the scapula that way. Because if I try to get up on the scapular spine, that's really hard to kind of get any kind of connection to. So what I'm trying to do, he's doing scapular depression, I'm trying to push him into elevation, trying to do that motion. So I'm just going to grab the inferior angle and push up. So I'm going to push him in elevation as he's still trying to depress. That would be the eccentric. So he lifts and holds as I push him down. It's very strong. Okay? Got it? Mm-hmm. So for all three muscles, origin, insertion, action, innervation, palpation, and then can you make it do its action? Make sure you understand all its actions and then you can make it do its action, which inherently is the concentric contraction, and then know how to do it eccentrically as well. Okay? All right, so for the last 15 minutes or so, work on those three muscles. So
the concentric